Some business sectors are known for their steady pace of change, but in the tire industry, things are a bit different. The tire industry is known for slow growth, low margins, and stability that has lasted for years.
It grows a little faster than population, but a lot slower than GDP. So, in some ways it grows slower than toothpaste, much like the auto industry generally.
And with a market value hovering around $50 billion, the tire industry's pace shows that of the broader automotive sector. That is modest growth, but not enough to set the world on fire. Interestingly, people don't care much about the different brands of tires that exist. They only care about affordability, making tires appear like a mere commodity. But with the emergence of the new kid on the block, in the person of electric vehicles, EVs, the tire industry finds itself at a crossroads, facing challenges unlike any it has ever encountered. But the good thing is, new opportunities have also sprung up from the challenges, making tire companies fall in love with electric vehicles.
But the future may look a lot different. Some believe a real move to EVs will open up a whole new realm of opportunity. After all, EV tires cost 50% more and need to be changed 20% more often.
It's easy to think that the electric car is a relatively new advance, but that's not correct. Electric vehicles actually date back well into the 19th century, long before internal combustion engines had been developed for cars. The earliest weren't much more than a motorized wagon or stagecoach, but they were quiet, easy to drive, more reliable when compared to earliest gasoline-powered vehicles anyway, and didn't emit smelly exhaust. Then, in 1901, Porsche developed a hybrid gas-electric vehicle, with Edison putting his efforts into improving battery technology. Interestingly, by the 1910s, electric vehicles accounted for a third of all the vehicles on the road. But this didn't last long. The 20s came and electric vehicles suddenly took a back seat. The Model T took the automotive world by storm as a cheap, rugged, reliable, mass-produced vehicle. Oil was plentiful, gas was cheap, and gas stations were everywhere, so most drivers didn't even see the point of an electric vehicle. Then the early 70s oil embargo and spike in gas prices happened, and suddenly electric vehicles were making more sense to people again. General Motors launched an electric car project, and a few boutique automakers introduced electric models as well. But these early electrics were slow, with a very limited range. They were perceived as not much more than a glorified golf cart. The electric's time still hadn't come. By the 90s, General Motors introduced their EV1 experimental model, and Toyota rolled out the first Prius model. Battery technology research kicked into high gear, and by 2006, Tesla hit the market with electric vehicles that were sophisticated, fast, comfortable, and loaded with innovations. Fast forward another decade and a half, and electric charging stations are a lot easier to find. Battery technology is giving electrics far better range, environmental concerns are a lot more urgent, and every major automaker has electric models either in development or in showrooms. Although it may take some time before internal combustion engines completely leave the market, yet it's clear that's where things are headed. Electrics may still be quite expensive for many people, but think about how much some pieces of equipment cost some 20 years ago versus today. As with every new technology, the economy of scale kicks in, manufacturing processes improve, and the price of that new technology comes crashing. The tire business has also had its moments of lows. From 2017 to 2022, the U.S. tire and rubber market experienced a modest 9% growth, with the top 3 tire manufacturers capturing over half of all the sales. Yet, this growth is tempered by the industry's inherent challenges. The thing is, the tire manufacturing industry is highly susceptible to fluctuations in raw material costs like rubber, fabric, steel, and carbon black, and it is also characterized by unpredictable consumer behavior. More so, the ongoing product innovation might be affecting the industry's longevity, because as tire durability improves, the frequency of replacements decreases, posing a problem for manufacturers seeking to balance longevity with profitability. Then comes electric vehicles to the rescue, bringing a new era of transformation to the tire industry. Unlike their internal combustion engine counterparts, electric vehicles present unique tire design and performance challenges. So as these vehicles gain traction, tire manufacturers have begun to engineer products capable of withstanding higher weights, quicker accelerations, and increased energy-efficient demands. This means that transitioning to electric vehicles involves reevaluating tire composition, tread design, and overall durability. Because with EVs exhibiting superior torque and acceleration capabilities, tires face accelerated wear and tear, driving demand for more robust and resilient designs. In addition, electric vehicles' quiet operation makes tire noise appear louder, prompting manufacturers to develop noise-reducing technologies to enhance the driving experience. Also, the quest for extended battery range compels tire makers to minimize rolling resistance, optimizing energy efficiency and enhancing electric vehicles' performance. So, does this mean you can't use regular tires on electric vehicles? Well, you can technically install regular tires on an electric car, but experts don't recommend it. Even though traditional tires are considered safe for electric vehicles, you'll definitely notice a drop in performance and an increase in wear and tear. To be more specific, it is estimated that a standard tire can wear up to 30% faster when used on an EV. What's causing this issue? It all comes down to torque, the force that propels your wheels forward every time you hit the gas pedal. Because of their powerful engines, electric cars produce much more torque than average cars. And all that extra energy can put a lot of strain on your tire's grip and structure. That's why it's important for electric vehicle drivers to get specialized tires that are built just for them. Speaking of specialized tires, if you take a closer look, you'll notice that electric vehicle tires have a different shape than traditional tires. They tend to be taller and narrower. But why is this? You may wonder. Well, EV tires are actually designed to reduce rolling resistance, which helps minimize the amount of energy your car needs when driving. This ultimately leads to longer battery life and greater range on a single charge. If you were to swap out your EV specialized tires with regular ones, you would likely lose some of that extra efficiency, meaning that you wouldn't be able to travel as far before needing a recharge. So, if you're looking to get the most out of your electric car, investing in specialized tires is definitely worth considering. Another major difference is that EV tires are made to withstand added weight. One of the biggest differences between electric vehicle tires and traditional tires is their construction. Because EVs are usually heavier than regular cars due to their heavy battery, EV tires need to be built with extra structural support. Another way that electric vehicle tires are different from traditional tires is in their noise level. EVs are designed to be as quiet as possible, which is why EV tires come equipped with special foam to absorb more sound. In contrast, regular tire designs don't focus too much on reducing noise, since the normal volume of an internal combustion engine tends to drown out any additional sounds they might make. So, if you try to use standard tires on an electric car, you're likely to notice a big difference in how loud your ride is. EV tires are made to withstand added torque. One of the most impressive things about electric vehicles is their powerful torque. It allows them to launch from a standstill and accelerate with incredible speed. But all that power has a downside. Without proper traction, tires can slip on the road as it tries to transmit power through the wheels. That's why EV tires are designed with extra wide central rib patterns that provide maximum grip in any weather condition, even when you're flooring it. And as we've mentioned earlier, electric vehicles can be tough on their tires because of the added weight and torque. But specialized EV tires have a solution to this problem. They're built with high-loading resin that helps them resist wear and tear more effectively than regular tires. While EV-specific tires may cost more up front, it's definitely worth it in the long run since you won't need to replace them as often, giving you some real peace of mind. And when it comes to repairs, there is also a lot less to go wrong in an EV. Typical gasoline car's engine comprises more than 10,000 components, but in an electric vehicle, there's a few hundred. So there are fewer moving parts and maintenance costs overall, meaning no oil changes, transmission fluid, or belt replacements. And while it is true that electric vehicles' tires tend to be more expensive than regular ones, there are good reasons for it. One reason for this is that they require extra durability to withstand the added weight and torque of an electric car, which means they need to be made with special materials that can hold up under these conditions. Another factor is that the market for EVs is still relatively small compared with traditional cars, so it costs more to produce specialized tires in smaller quantities. But while the initial cost may be higher, it's important to remember that equipping your EV with regular tires won't necessarily save you money. In fact, you'll likely end up having to replace them more frequently, which ends up costing more in the long run. Even though the tire industry might not be making much from the advent of electric vehicles just yet, and in spite of the challenges posed by EVs, tire manufacturers see a glimmer of opportunity on the horizon. Because as the EV market expands, so does the demand for specialized EV tires. For example, Michelin anticipates significant growth in the EV tire replacement market by 2027, presenting a lucrative avenue for industry players. Moreover, advancements in tire intelligence and innovations in tire diameter offer avenues for differentiation and market expansion. With EVs driving demand for larger, more technologically advanced tires, manufacturers are adapting to meet evolving consumer preferences and industry standards. The proliferation of EVs also spells the importance of sustainability and environmental consciousness in tire manufacturing. From eco-friendly materials to energy-efficient production processes, tire companies are exploring innovative solutions to minimize their ecological footprint and align with sustainable mobility trends. As the automotive sector undergoes a shift towards electrification, the tire industry stands at an important juncture. And while the challenges posed by EVs are obvious, they are matched by great opportunities for growth and innovation. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Where money matters, we'll see you on the next one.